Whispers of power. Volume high. Volume low. Mercenary.
What's happening, guys? Trying to see what color looks good in this lighting. Let's go with that. What's happening, guys? How you doing? I'm the Jedi Ninja. I'm a parkour instructor. Working at the gym right now, and we're just spinning lightsabers. I'm getting warmed up. Not for any particular reason, other than I've only been at the gym for a little bit today, so I wanted to get a little bit of live in with y'all. Talk about Star Wars. Talk about Star Wars Outlaws, and how that game's coming out, and how some of my friends and content creators have been playing it and telling me about it, and it's kind of dope. I'm looking forward to it. Skeleton Crew's coming out, and it's a little bit Stranger Things, it's a little bit Goonies, but in space. So that sounds fun. If you guys are new here, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, share the live with a friend. We'll try to do more regular lives here on YouTube. Usually I'm live on TikTok, but it's a nerd. What's up, Alec? How you been, dude? Long time no speak. live. Long time no live, to be fair. I haven't been live in forever. At least on YouTube. What's happening, dude? How you been, Alec? Watching you party and be amazing. Original comment, it's true. But I know Alec. He's a mod here. Busy, gotta leave for work in 20 minutes? Nice. Stoked that you've been working, enjoying Vegas. I see you partying with Kent and everybody. And other people who I don't know. But how you been? I've been good, dude. I've been working. Just finished getting off of being sick. I had COVID again. And darn vaccines don't do a thing, man. I'm telling you. But I've been good. Traveling, doing conventions, traveling lightsaber salesman type stuff. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been wild. It's bad, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, you were. Hey, do the thing, Julie. There we go. What? There we go. I was like, what the heck? Actually, let's change the sound up. When are you coming to Vegas? I don't know, man. We'll see. I need to get out to Vegas for a while. It's been a minute. I got friends and family in Vegas that I want to go hang out with. You borked it? I did. I borked it good. This is a fun sound font. Just updating my Steam before I go. Nice, dude. What up, Dragon? How you been, dude? Long time no see. Woo. What games are you playing nowadays, dude? Guys, if you're enjoying just hanging out with me, watching the lightsaber spins, maybe just Elden Ring for the past 3 weeks, dude, that's been my entire household. So much Elden Ring. Not a lot of games, vibing and working. Dude, you've been vibing a lot, bro. Like, literally having a social life, what's that like? No way. All right, well, let's go get another battery. I got a little guy on my lap. What little guy? A little kitty cat? Or you got a pup? What do you got? You have a dog or a cat? The thing I hate about this saber is that if I want to change the battery, I've got to take the whole core out to do so. An int build with only just subbed. Any advice for Shoto sabers? What kind of advice are you thinking about? Like who to buy them from? Or what to do with them? And thank you for the sub, dude. I don't think I've ever successfully had a full int build in Elden Ring. I think I just buffed up my Rivers of Blood build and never did much else besides that. All right, we have more power, chat. Looking good, Jedi. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. This is a fresh cut. I just got it a couple days ago. You're doing Rivers of Blood too? It's a solid build, man. I haven't done anything in the new. Dueling? Shoto Saber's dueling. Well, Shotos are meant to be an offhand weapon. So if you're dual wielding, then they're great. If you are not dual wielding with Shotos, then you're going to be at a reach advantage. So your best bet when dueling with Shotos is going to be to get in close and get in fast. So closing the distance is going to be your best friend. Your defense will be strong as long as you get in tightly into the strong of their blade. So making sure you're in here and you get in quickly, and then quick, fast rotational movements in order to close the distance, close the gap, and get in tight, because that's what you're really going to want to do. Shoto Sabers are generally, smaller hilts. Like, this is just above what I would consider Shoto length by a couple inches. By like 2 inches. And has a Suba on it, so that's nice. But for the most part, you're gonna want to cut close distance, getting close. If you've got 2 Shotos, it's a little bit different because you can hang a guard, come in and cut. That helps out a lot. But if you're working with 2 short blades, be fast. Get in quick and whack them. And it also depends what style you're fighting with. If you're doing more the Saber Legion style fencing, which is like HEMA, you're gonna have blade length, requirements. If you're doing US light fencing or light speed saber fencing, or you're just dueling with your friends, short sabers move quick, and they can get and come out of weird places. They can be hidden easier, so you can do cool stuff. They move faster in your hand, but you're gonna be at a disadvantage because you're in a shorter saber with one hand, and that blade is probably a little bit shorter too. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's kind of the ideas for dueling with just a single Shoto saber. Thank you for the sub, Danny. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome to the Luminous Order. It's nice to have you here. All right, yeah, so if you're dual wielding, definitely using one as your shield, keeping it here, and then try to intercept their blade, cut in, and go there. You're always using one hand or the other to engage with their weapon first, and then using your second one to cut in. The fun part about using 2 is you have a lot of ways where you can go. So if you engage their saber there and they move it, you got 2 to hit them with. What up, Drill? Yes, more Jedi. How you doing, dude? It's been a minute. I was going to finish up with Millennia and then go to New Game Plus. Sick. Have you beat the new bosses? Or are you playing in the expansion, I should say? Gotta go, love you, take it easy, Alec. It's always good to see you, my friend. Dude, this sound font is crazy. Hey, next time, you need more briefs up here. Lol. Haven't started this yet? Okay, sick. You're gonna wait till New Game Plus to do it? Can you do a front flip? Yes. You do it. I know I can front flip. I ain't got nothing to prove. My saber can flip too. Ooh, what's this? I haven't heard this sound font yet. Is that it? Why does it look like it's in slow motion? I don't know. I can move in slow motion. I can slow it down, or I can go fast. Hit them Jedi Sith spins. These sound fonts are crazy, man. I forgot I had these. Appreciate the likes, you guys. All the new subs that have been coming in. Thank you. This is a cool one. It's a Fireblade. You can see there's a little bit of a flicker at the bottom. Love NeoPixels, man. Ooh. I also mainly trying to see how I can let my health be, how low I can let my health be while being able to beat again. That's always fun. Is that a real fire? Not quite. I definitely want to send you sound fonts. I just got Haunted Luigi Mansion font from Jay DeLorean. Dude, Jay DeLorean's got some crazy good sound fonts, dude. I got to hook up with him more. Between him and Kyberphonic, working with Legion Sabers a bunch has left me, has helped me, network and coordinate with these dudes quite a bit more, so it's dope.
Kyber Radiance.
Ooh, Kyber Radiance. There we go. That's a Jay DeLorean sound. Man, look at you, Stream Elements bot. I forgot you existed. I haven't been on YouTube Live in so long. The wind up and then the wind down of that spin was crazy. That's insane. This isn't even a Profi board. This is a Xenopixel board. That's nuts. Thank you for subscribing, Michael. We appreciate you. Welcome to the Luminous Order. talk about video games, lightsabers, Star Wars, Marvel. That's what this channel's about. Mostly I teach you guys how to swing swords and lightsabers, but, you know. Learn the basics of lightsaber fencing with my most recent video. That's by far not my most recent video, but it's a good video nonetheless. How different are the lightsaber fighting stances? Best counter to Gem So. So I treat lightsaber fighting very different than the canon universe lightsaber fighting. Each form, it's not rock, paper, scissors. Pure and simple. It's not one form beats another is better than this one. That's not how it works. They all build on each other. And the forms aren't fighting stances, for example. A fighting stance is just, where am I the most ready to attack and defend against my opponent? Right? None of those are meant to be a specific, what's up, your pal? How you been, dude? None of those are meant to be a specific, I mean, flamethrower is a good counter against a lightsaber. That is true. Can't argue with that. But when it comes to lightsaber versus lightsaber combat, like, it's just what it is, right? So Shicho is your basics. You just focus on your guards, your strikes, your blocks, and how to recover from those things in order to be strong, and fight, right? They're the basics. Parry this, you filthy wizard. I have the force, bro. I could just like force push the flame away. Grogu taught us that. And then Makashi Form 2 is about efficiency and economy of movement. So if I cut here, what's the fastest, quickest way for me to attack my opponent? If I'm here, that's going to be one of the fastest ways to cut and take advantage of my opponent. Or here, I push, slide, and lean in, and I cut their hand off, right? That ends the fight. That's Makashi in a nutshell. It's counter-cutting and efficiency, or it's efficiency of movement, economy of movement within, like, lightsaber fencing. So Shicho gives you your basics. You just have broad, big swings, whereas Makashi refines your basics into tighter, smaller, faster movements in order to end the fight quick. Surisu, your defensive form, teaches countercuts and how to protect yourself. That's why it's all purely defensive. No. Countercuts and counterattacks are defensive postures, or come from defensive postures. It's my brother's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your brother. So Chichu is like the fallback. Shicho is the fallback. Nah, Shicho is just the basics. That's not necessarily a fallback. It's just where you start, and your building blocks come from there. Makashi's concepts build on Shicho. Surisu builds on Shicho. So once you add in your Surisu and your Makashi, you're building in to become a more effective fighter. So your defensive postures, how do I now, from a block, how do I move in and attack? Or sometimes cutting into the strike to stop it sooner is better, so that way I can then get into and attack my opponent. Ataru, in its essence, is a flurry of offense. So it's Shicho applied rapidly. Saber staves are terrible. They're better split. Saber staves are of all lightsaber weapons, excluding like lightsaber whip or lightsaber nunchucks, those are terrible, don't use them, unless you're an actual Jedi. Saber staves, single saber, like if you take Jedi Survivor, for instance, you have your crossguard, you have your single saber, you have a dual saber, and you have your saber staff. Of all those weapons, Saber staff is literally the worst because you have a longer set of metal to be cut and destroyed. And this, it doesn't work as good as Darth Maul made it look. Saber staves are bad, but two sabers good. Use two sabers, much better. Yeah, I don't like saber staff. I'm not a fan. But yeah, Ataru is just your flurry of offense. It's fast, it's big, it's rapid movement. You are attacking repeatedly to put your opponent on their back foot and get them tired. But it leaves you really open to being countered, and easily countered if you commit fully to all of your strikes that you are doing using Ataru. Gemso and the other forms then start to refine your movements, adding in flow. You can't block blaster bolts because blaster bolts don't exist, but spinning and flowing helps you learn how to manipulate the sword around your body so you can do fun things. What's her name from Coder? Hilt was small. Yeah, Bastila was different. She was built different. Still bad. Because it's, and even then it wasn't that small. Or is it Bastila or Satil? I think it's Satil. No, it's Bastila. It's not that small. It just looks kind of small. But overall, in video games, saber staves rock because I have the Force and I don't care. But in like if I were to use lightsabers in a dueling match or whatever, I would not want to use a saber staff. It would not be my go-to weapon. Saber pikes, saber spear and saber pikes, the ultimate lightsaber weapon. They are the best lightsaber weapon. As long as your shaft is made of a lightsaber resistant material. If it's not made of a lightsaber resistant material, it's not that great. You're gonna end up getting it cut and you're gonna end up having a short sword again. However, if it is made of lightsaber resistant material, saber pike and saber spear are the best weapons. Hands down. Yes, indeed. We can agree to that. They look really cool though. We're back. Yeah, I'm not doing anything to check. All right, cool. I'm back. Sorry, chat. I'm working, actually. I think in the lore they snip to make up for lack of skill. They spin to make up for lack of skill. Yeah, dude, for sure. Could you explain forms 5 and 7 again? Oh, form 5 is Gemso? I always forget. Once I get to 5, 6, and 7, like I know 7 is Vapod and Geo, or Geo and Vapod? Yeah, that we'll get to 7. 7's interesting when you actually start to apply it as a fighter. Form 5, I consider a flow form. It's when you start to make the movements your own. A lot of people learn the way their instructor teaches them. Shia and Gemso, yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. I treat that as a flow form. It is where you start to encourage and learning the movements and like where your posture fits into that. How you, as a fighter, like what's your style of fighting? And then applying forms 1 through 4 in that way. That's how I feel. Take it easy, your pal. I'll see you soon, dude. And that's how I see form 5. Form 6. What did I I never remember my concepts for Form 6. I gotta remember and write these down. I just gotta write this book, to be honest, and make my lightsaber fencing manual. What did I do for Form 6? I never remember what I say for Form 6 or what my concepts are. I literally have to write these down. But we'll for now, we're gonna move past Form 6 because I don't remember. I'm gonna call Form 6 your master cuts, and where you start learning the very niche, the very not one-dimensional, but very case-based sword skills. Like your Rancor cut or your Wrath Strike is a very big, leaping, heavy cut that can only be stopped by a cut of similar strength. Because when somebody, no matter how big they are, fully commits their entire body and all of their weight into a cut, it's very hard to block. It's very hard to receive that block without hurting yourself. And then you have like your crooked cuts. This cut is meant to displace a blade and then attack from. So like there are very cuts, your crown cut is a very snappy downward cut to the crown of the head, meant to snap over the top of a high block. So applying these cuts is where you get into and drilling them and really like refining your skill set and mastering all of the previous forms is Form 6. There we go, that's what it was. Mastering all of the previous forms, combining them and learning how to be a better fencer and a better fighter. Practical application time, baby. That's your Form 6, including the master cuts. And then Form 7 is mindset. So Form 7 in canon is using the dark side or pulling from the enemy's dark side or using their anger or their hate or their whatever, using it against them, right? Mace Windu never actually touched the dark side, but he rode that thin line of anger and aggression in order to refocus that energy into his fight. Sounds a lot like if I'm getting mad, taking a deep breath and focusing and using that anger to recenter, refocus, and attack. Or rage baiting my enemy into doing stupid things so that I can effectively fight them. So Form 7 is all mindset. It's mindset training and taking advantage of the opponent's mindset with your actions. So that's my basic explanation of how I interpret the lightsaber forms and how I use them when I teach my lightsaber classes. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I hope that all made sense. I might actually have to like clip that or something at some point. I have a theory about reverse grip. It's worse, bad intentions, so you hold back to not be aggressive. When and where do you teach? I teach in Portland, Oregon, at this gym, Superhero Fitness, on Mondays and Tuesday nights. I have a kids class or a family class on Mondays, and a adult class that's 14 and up on Tuesdays. And I have a class we teach in the parks. That's our intermediate dueling class on Saturdays. But we're in Portland, Oregon. And that's where I teach currently. I travel to comic conventions all across the country at least once a month or so with Legion Sabers, the lightsaber company, in order to, and I teach like spinning classes and the basics when I go to conventions. So yeah, that's what I do. I have fun. I really like what I do, and I'm trying to make being a professional Jedi my career. Can I comment on this? What is this? Nope. Pin a message. How do I comment a message? I want to say something and pin it. whatever. But yeah, I teach in Portland, Oregon, 3 times a week for lightsaber classes. I would do more, or I am willing to travel on a weekend if someone gets a big enough class and I can do a workshop at someone else's gym or facility. Like, Jarrell, like, you're in Vegas, right? So, like, if you got 15 people together and everybody paid $100, that's enough for me to get a ticket, stay with some friends, and teach a 2-hour workshop, right? Like, that would be sick. I would love to do that. That's plenty. You know what I'm saying? So if people want to do that, like, I'm all for it. I've done team buildings. So if you have a job who wants to do a team building, I can do that and do lightsaber fencing or spinning or choreography. Like, yeah, that's what I do. Dude, yeah, for sure. I do plan to get out to Vegas eventually. I don't have any conventions out there right now, but Level Up Con or whatever it is, Next Level Con, I forget what it's called. We're looking to go there as Legion Sabers, or to Combat Con in Vegas, and I might try to schedule some classes or work something out to get some classes going.
Now this is pod racing.
I forgot I have this. I forgot I have this sound font, dude. I think it's so. This is sick, dude. I don't know who makes this, but it's literally. That's freaking epic. I'm using one of my friend's sound profiles. Like, he gave me this font profile.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So Youngling Slayer 9000 sound font. That's so brutal. So messed up, man. If we get enough, if we do enough lightsaber lives and you all are interested enough, I'll see if I can't get like Hyperphonic or Jadalorian or other people we could do some like exclusive live releases of sound fonts. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and we can do like premiere sound fonts on this channel along with some of our sound font making friends. But I've got to get enough of you in here to do that. We got to make these lives pop. I appreciate all of you that are currently in here. It's so dumb.
The Chosen, New Horizon,
These are basic.
the Dark Sword,
Everybody's got these.
the Assassin, the Knight, the Protector, the Dark Empress, the Sun, the Third Hunter, the Master, the Dark Lord Order,
The Dark Lord Order.
the Butcher, Wraith, the Senate, Bounty, the Count, Dark Ages, Hatred, Serenity, the Champion, the Dark Lord Revisited, the Second, the Teacher, Whispers of Power, Mercenary.
This one is solid. Like, listen to this. Brain. I love freaking lightsabers, dude. I'm down for live and love to spin my mountain saber fonts. They have some odd fonts, but good. I need to see if anybody has officially made the SpongeBob sound font, because it's one of the fonts that I talk to when I'm selling lightsabers. I tell people, look, if you want your lightsaber to be yellow and every time you smack somebody, it laughs like SpongeBob, you could do that. I've heard of, I'll have to check that one out. You said mountain fonts? Or mountain saber fonts? I'll have to check that one out. Because I feel like I've heard that font. If we get any donations or super chats, I'll spin a hammer for a little while. You guys can make me work out for super chats. Now we're getting back to where we were when we started.
Volume low. Volume high. Volume
Dang it.
low. Volume high.
There we go. Now we're back at a high volume. Yeah, if you guys you want to help support the Jedi journey, feel free to donate, to become a member. I do make member-only videos every now and then, and I may do member-only lives at some point, just to kind of hang out, talk. Maybe I'll do member-only live lessons. We could do that once a month or so, depending on how many members we get, or what level of member you sign up as. I am a monetized channel and it's pretty dope. So please feel free, if you subscribed already, think about joining as a member. You'll get custom badge and custom emotes. Like, I don't know how, I don't think I can chat. Or I would say, hey, yeah, I can start a poll, but I don't want to do that. If Dragon's in here, I think he may have access to them. No, he won't. He doesn't. Dang it. There's got to be a way to post in my own chat, dude. It doesn't make sense. What is this? Chat filter, community moderation. There's got to be a way. That's changing. I don't know what that's changing. Oh no, I don't want to filter. That's dumb. Close that. Filters are bad, okay? You highlight save to your channel as an, oh, dang it. I don't want to do that either. Whatever. I appreciate all y'all that have been here hanging out with me, swinging lightsabers. But, yeah, we'll go for another 15 minutes. Why not? If you do enjoy the live or you feel like it's worth sharing, please do. If you haven't already, hit the like button. That makes a huge difference for me. Ooh. Kaga! What's up, Darnak? How you been, dude? Darnak is the resident Sith in our chat. He is a legend in Star Wars The Old Republic online, and a good friend of the chat. What's up, Darnak? How have you been, dude? It's been a while since I've seen you. Let's play with my left hand for a little bit. It's a fun movement. Sparkling dark Jedi, not Sith. Fair enough. I ain't got no bone spears. No bone spears law. Fair enough. How do I get that into a flow? Because it's into the reverse. That's wild. Why does that feel so weird? I do a reverse, I've got to get it to there in order to swoop, come up there, and then transition back. Or I just need to drag there and resend into the reverse. That's an interesting transition that I'm going to have to play with. What games have you been playing recently? Forgot to ask earlier. I was playing the Marvel Rivals closed beta. It's basically Overwatch with Marvel characters, and I had a lot of fun with it. There's also, I've been playing a ton of The First Descendant. It's basically Destiny 2 meets Warframe. And I liked both of those games, and the art style in this game is solid. So I play that game. Got a pretty strong build. I'm almost like full end game build level. But yeah, that's what I've been playing lately. Those two games mostly. A little bit of Baldur's Gate here and there, but mostly The First Descendant and Marvel Rivals. What's up, your pal? My man Crazy. How you doing, dude? Welcome back. Again, if you haven't already, guys, please do think about liking the stream or sharing it with a friend. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're like super duper digging the vibes, consider becoming a member. Sound font ADHD kicking in.
Crispity!
Crispity! Guys, there are more people here watching this live than who used to watch my gaming streams. That's crazy. I appreciate y'all. Best part of the Acolyte is the Switzerland hood they added with May. Dude, Not many people caught that, dude. Dude, not many people are talking about that. I'm stoked you brought that up. Like, I was never able to fully get into Overwatch, but I've also slowly been getting worse at shooters. That's because you're getting older. I've fallen out of like competitive shooters for the most part, just because I'm tired of having to be sweaty every time I play a shooter game. And like Overwatch is easy for the most part. I don't have to sweat so hard, even in pubs. I can still have fun like shooting and dying. Dying doesn't feel as punishing like as it does in Apex, because you play for 3 minutes and then you're in a lobby for 5, and that's not fun. So Overwatch is fun for me in that way, and that's kind of why I liked Swator hoods can finally have some hair, lol. For real. I'm hard stuck gold in Apex. Ew. I haven't played Apex in forever. I think since I stopped streaming, I haven't played Apex. They released Jedi Survivor on Xbox, but it won't work on mine, and I also haven't hit the first game. Oh no! It's good. If you can get it, dude, get it. They're great games. It's nice to see you guys, though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making me talk about lightsabers. Thanks for making me talk about video games. I may have to do this more often. We may have to just be live with you all, swinging lightsabers more frequently. Glory to the best part of the Acolyte, Swator hoods! I play Apex every now and then because it's the only game me and my friend can play. Fair enough. Yeah, I've just been out of it. I've been solo gaming for the most part, dude. I haven't even been playing with your uncles. I've played more D&D with your uncles lately than I have video games. And that's because I only play with them once or twice a month. Solo gaming has just been easier for me to like unwind with at the end of the day. Alright, that's 10 push-ups for you guys because I dropped my saber. It's the first drop of the stream. 54 minutes and I haven't dropped the saber yet. Also, new Visions Inspire stuff coming soon. That's sick. I go back to Swator every now and then. There are 21 of you here currently, and only 9 likes. I would love to get that up to 15. Let me get to 15 likes, guys. You and Meaty still bros? Oh yeah, it's my best bro. Also, I'm annoyed with only one thing about the Acolyte, and it's petty as hell. I'm annoyed with only one thing about the Acolyte, and it's petty as hell. What is that, Darnak? I need to know. I enjoyed the Acolyte personally. There was a couple things, but There was one part in the forest fight scene that got me, and I was like, oh, that was the one thing in the choreography that bugged me, but everything else was sick. What's my favorite spin? My favorite spin is when I have two, and I can Obi Annie and reverse Obi Annie at the same time. Hold on, I can't do it now. There it is. So it's an Obi Annie on one side and a reverse Obi Annie on the other. If I had two sabers put together and charged, I would do that. But I only got the one. But that's my favorite spin. I think it's the most fun. To me, it's the coolest looking. Otherwise, you know, the basic Obi Annie is chill. Obi Annie to toss is nice. Your basic figure eight. Overhead palm spin is one of my go-tos because not a lot of people can do it. Darnak, Tricata being mentioned for the stranger in a trivia thingy, but Saul uses it in episode 8. Petty but funny. Hey man, you use what you gotta use against this guy, bro. He was baller. Guys, thank you for getting me up to 12 likes already. You guys are awesome. But yeah, the overhead palm spin is one of my favorites. This saber's harder to do it with because of the Suba. My finger gets caught on it a lot. Yeah. I've got to try to do it like on that piece, and that's harder to do. Claiborne, thank you for the base Claiborne. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Luminous Order. Let's see. There it goes. That was better. Had to get a little faster. Tricata was used in episode 5. It's very, very subtle, but he definitely uses Tricata in episode 5. No, he does. He totally uses it in episode 5. It's super duper subtle, but he totally uses it in episode 5. My friends and I literally did a frame by frame. But yeah, no, he totally uses it in episode 5. Guaranteed. And thank you for that compliment, Jex. Welcome in. Jexa Joe. Welcome in. I'm the Jedi Ninja. If you're new here, I teach lightsaber stuff, martial arts, and choreography. I do that here in Portland, Oregon, as well as on my channel. I've got all sorts of lightsaber tutorials of all kinds, some spinning tutorials, which are some of my best performing content. But Saul also uses it in episode 8. And yeah, I travel the country as a traveling lightsaber salesman and lightsaber instructor, and I'm pretty lucky to be able to do so. It's pretty sick. When you can remember, I will see if I can find a YouTuber who has the scene and has done the work for me. Guys, we're 2 likes away from 15. Can we get to 15 likes? I did actually watch The Acolyte. It wasn't bad. I watch all of Star Wars, man. Whether it's good or bad, whether I really, really enjoy it or really, really don't. I watch it anyways, and then if I like it, I watch it again. If I don't like it, I don't watch it again. Well, you didn't watch it, so what's the difference? You didn't watch it, so how do you know if it's good or not? I also really like the High Republic because I've read almost all of the High Republic novels. So having a show set in the High Republic makes me happy. I missed past like 7 minutes of the stream. No worries, dude. I'm just swinging lightsabers, talking trash. That's all right, then it's not for you. Hey, I watch it to see the dumpster, the fandom. Dude, right, Darnak? Seriously. People freaking out about a show, dude. Like, your whole personality is hating on a show or a section of Star Wars. Meh. It's okay. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and it's one of the main reasons why I primarily just talk about lightsabers and hitting people with glow sticks, is because that's one thing we can all agree on, is that we like to hit people with glow sticks, or watch other people hit each other with glow sticks. Whether it's in the Acolyte, whether it's in the prequels, or in the sequels, which those lightsaber fights were not very good at all. My favorite lightsaber fight in the sequels is Rey versus Kylo in the first sequel movie. Like the whole power of one, the power of two, power of many thing, not for me. But I liked the lore around the witches, that was kind of cool. Hey, my eyes never caught the Chakata, thusly. The stranger didn't do it until proven. Fair enough. It's a great timeline, and they get heated about one show. Dude, for sure. The High Republic timeline, or the High Republic era, is my favorite era of Star Wars. It shows Jedi being stupid while also maintaining being the good guy. It shows bad guys being bad guys. It shows supernatural forces at work in a galaxy where the light side is all that matters. There's other force-based religions out there, and they believe in the force should be used differently. There's force-eating monsters. Like, come on, how can you hate on the High Republic? There's so much good stuff. Like, so much good stuff. I'm petty, it's true, you are. I think Leslie Headland went out of her way to include as many Old Republic things as possible to show people like, bro, like she's an Old Republic fan. Arkshark says, the creator of the show has stated in an interview that she enjoys seeing men suffer. I refuse to watch the work of someone who hates the people equal to me. The context of that statement is vastly different. She enjoys watching a certain type of man suffer. And those are the types of people that don't like seeing women be women, or women in power, or women have authority. Like, that's where that quote comes from. It wasn't against the average man. It was against the average dude bro who is a misogynist. And if you identify with that, then I'm sorry. We need Zildrog. I've been paying attention to Star Wars recently. I hyper-focused on other things. I haven't been paying, dude, yeah, we all got our hyper-focuses, man. We all have our hyper-focuses. What's up, Sam? But Leslie Headland knew what she was doing, dude, and she made a good show. She got Disney to canonize Plagueis, if albeit in a weird way. That's a cop-out, dude. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. You may fully believe that, and that's okay. But overall, that is not actually how people feel. It is exactly the opposite. Because they can't qualify bad writing without hating on the strong female characters. The writing and the pacing of The Acolyte was not good in my opinion. However, the story delivery was. So that's not bad writing. And Leslie Headland didn't write the show. There was a team of writers that wrote the show. She was the director. She was the showrunner. She inspired a lot of what they did and gave permission. But that's like saying Kathleen Kennedy is to blame for everything that Acolyte was, and that's not true, because it's just not true. Like, there are so many other people involved in that project from the top to the bottom that to blame one person is immature. For example, Leia Organa was the leader of the Republic and went through hard times and lots of loss, which makes her a good character. Rey gets everything handed to her. How did she get everything handed to her? She lost her family. She was raised on a trash desert planet, just like Luke Skywalker was. Like, she didn't even have an uncle or an aunt. She had a freaking abusive freaking junkyard owner who raised her and then let her go live inside of an abandoned AT-AT on a desert junk planet. What do you mean, bro? I do know what that means, bro. I've been around this fandom long enough to understand what a Mary Sue is. Luke Skywalker's a Mary Sue. By that definition, except he's not female. How do you pass the sword in front of you after swinging it behind you? I try, but I get stuck trying to pass the sword again. I mean, swinging the sword forward, then back, then passing. So is it this one? Is this the one you're thinking about? How do I get that? Or is it this one? So there's the X spin or the Obi Annie. Okay, so with the Obi Annie, the way I practice getting it back around is stopping here, not here like this. This is what a lot of YouTubers teach, and they're like, put it behind you, and this doesn't work. Put it here. Put it across the top of your butt, but out here. So that way it can move when you turn. And your hip turn is what pulls it out. I'm doing a forward wrist roll, right? This is a forward wrist roll, right? And then I follow on half wrist roll to there, turn my hips, flex and drop, forward wrist roll, turn and flex, forward wrist roll, turn and flex. So the point of those types of things, Arc, is when a character can do things quickly or with a certain amount of strength. Take Sasuke, for example. Sasuke Uchiha. No one complains that he's a stronger ninja naturally because of his bloodline. Oh, it's because of his bloodline. Sorry. That's why he's suddenly way more powerful than, say, Naruto, who had to work really, really hard for his power. I guess using bloodline as an example is bad because Rey doesn't come, Rey isn't the child of a clone of Palpatine, so that's not weird. She wasn't created in some fashion to be intentionally to be a dyad in the Force, so that wouldn't make sense. Sasuke Uchiha is a antagonist character from the anime Naruto. Naruto, Uzumaki, is the protagonist character of that show. The reference that I am making is that Naruto had to work really, really hard to become a strong ninja. Sasuke, on the other hand, didn't have to work as hard because he was naturally talented and naturally strong. Rey is the naturally strong one because of her connection to the Force already. And when you don't have to think to do things, you can more naturally access these abilities. She didn't have any preconceived notions on how to access the Force, so she was able to. You don't need a lot of exposition for that to happen. And to say that she didn't have a hard life, the girl grew up alone on a desert junk planet. Like, you do that. I could see you in your facial expression that you have to think of an argument on the spot. No, I've been doing this for a while. I'm just trying to more eloquently say my arguments in a way that makes sense. Ark, if you want to make me mad, bro, you're in the wrong chat, bro. I unfortunately am not going to have the same opinion as you, and that's okay. I detect yapping. That's cool, dude. We're just not gonna agree, and that's okay. I know what I know because I've taken the time to form my own thoughts and opinions based on the input that I get from other people and other things. you do that? You've been alone for years, that's great, but have you been alone for years on a desert planet fighting for survival? Like, did you have parents? Did you have anybody who helped raise you? Because if so, you have more than Rey had. If you weren't raised to be essentially a workhorse to do the work of somebody else since you were a child, and then get fed paltry portions of food, like, all right, so you didn't have a dad. Join the club. I didn't have a dad either. What are you extremely good at as a result of? Like, your argument is saying that you struggled and are successful or doing whatever. Like, great. Whose parents? They died. Yeah, they loved her, but she didn't know them. Like, she was like 3. I'm sorry, Ark, I'm sorry that you went through what you went through. I don't want to belittle or demean your history and your life experience. That's not my intention. However, this fictional character that we are talking about, like, I don't see what you're going for. Haha, I got it. Really stuck this. I really suck with this part of my back. Thanks for teaching, Master. Dude, no way. That's sick. Dude, not even a problem. I'm just glad it worked out for you. And I am a martial artist and veteran and also struggle with suicidal tendencies. I am medicated for it though. I have depression, I have ADHD, and I'm a veteran who was blown up and shot at in other countries aside from my own. We all have our own struggles, dude. We've all been through a lot. Like, to compare our struggle to, I am sorry that I compared your struggles to a fictional character. That is on me, and that's my bad. However, to say that she didn't struggle or didn't have a struggle because it wasn't shown on camera isn't fair. Leia's struggle wasn't shown on camera. We just knew that she was a rebel princess. She literally grew up as royalty. Like, Leia's struggle is very, very different than, say, Rey's struggle. And she was still treated misogynistically. They threw her in a bikini and chained her up to a giant slug monster. Like, Leia didn't get the best treatment as a character either, but no one says anything about that. So I struggle with people who say bad writing as a defense for them not liking something, because they can just not like something. It could just not vibe with them, and that's okay. Like, I don't like Game of Thrones. I've tried to watch it several times, and I just didn't vibe with it, so I stopped watching it. No matter how many people tell me how awesome Game of Thrones is, I don't like it, and that's okay. But I'm not gonna argue with people about why they shouldn't like it. I feel like that's just a weird use of my energy. When I can just use and do the things that I do like. Form 4 of lightsaber combat. Do you have to apply the acrobatic aspects of the form? Can you perform it without them? You can totally perform it without them. The 3 tendencies written in the Jedi path for Ataru are the 3 planes of rotation. That's what's important. And I gotta get back to work here soon, but those 3 planes of rotation are this way, cartwheeling, right? The cartwheel, the frontal spin or backward spin, right? Moving in the frontal plane here, moving in the transverse plane, and then moving in the twisting plane. So there's twisting, there's forward rotation, and then there's transverse rotation. If you can apply those 3 tendencies with your body and with your sword, you can effectively apply the concepts of attack, which is pure offense. Ark, I appreciate you coming in and making me think about my stance on certain subjects, so I really appreciate you for that, dude. I hope for the best for you. Good luck with your cosplays and your prop building. Everybody else who's been hanging out in the chat, love y'all. You're our rock stars. You guys are welcome anytime. All the time, every time. And if I'm live, hit that like button, hit subscribe. And if you want, join and be a member every now and then. I hate you, Darnak. We'll have that discussion in our Discord. Love ya. I'm out. I gotta get to work. I don't know how to turn these off. How do I stop this live? There we go. See ya.